Our plan is to transform this space into something both functional and beautiful. Each one of these panels has been filled with foam insulation, and the top section also was filled with foam insulation. Hopefully it'll help cut down on the moisture buildup in the winter months, because it stays a lot warmer in here than it does outside because of the horse's body heat. However, this metal up here really transfers the cold from the indoor to the inside of the stall area, and then the heat from the inside and the humidity from the horses gathers up on the top of the metal there and then runs down on the wood, and you can see what it's done. It's kind of destroyed my nice varnish work. However, in my defense, this plywood was put up prior to being stained or sealed with spar varnish, so had I varnished all these good before the contractor put them up, they probably would have stayed nice. And again, one of the most important things is the ends of the wood, because obviously the water runs from the metal down on top of the wood and goes right in between the layers of plywood, and then the moisture's trapped in the wood and it peels the varnish off. Here we have our 2x4, and we've drilled one hole peekaboo all the way through, and we're working on our second hole. This will be our blanket holders, and what I've used for rods is old cleaning forks that were broken, and so I just took the handles and I'm going to use them for the rods. I'm working on my second cabinet, and we've varnished everything. Make sure you get the ends, because if you ever want to just water it down a little bit, you don't want any water getting into. We've put our brush holder back up on the wall. You can see the first cabinet. And we're working our way on down here. So today we just put some side braces and a bottom board in. By the time I get done with my barn chores, I don't have a lot of time. And we'll probably get our center board in here, and our blanket holder, and the 4 holes for 2 blankets today. I go about halfway on one side and halfway on the other. Okay, here we have our framework up for our wall. We have our pegboard up, and we just gave it a coat of spar varnish. We have our holes drilled in for blanket holders, and our bracket. Okay. Okay, we've put our level on. So, I don't know if you can see that little bubble in there. Nah, probably not. It's right there. Make sure that we're nice and level before we screw our boards in. It's looking better already just when it's framed out. We've screwed it in right here and countersunk our screws, even though I know that us ladies don't have all the nifty tools. So I only have one drill, one hammer, and sometimes I don't even have the right drill bits, but we work with what we have. So the men get the good tools, we get the old used tools. Okay, I was hoping to put the top board on today, but I have a little issue with this upright 2x6 here, and that is that it's twisted and a little bit bowed. So today I'm just going to leave it braced so it's level in the humidity, and I put a couple screws in too to hold it in place. And I'll need a second hand to help push it up against the wall a little more flush when I finish screwing that in. So I'm just going to let Mother Nature do its work today. And this is our other cabinet framed out with the trim. So I thought I'd show you that. And this is our top board, stained and ready to go. I think partly because of this humidity, it's still a little bit sticky, but shouldn't take much longer, and we'll have this section of the barn. Alright, these are photos at different stages of the cabinet. This is the first cabinet. It's got the bottom doors. I love being able to arrange my bits and bridles. This is the cabinet with the doors without the trim. Here it is with the trim. This is before the trim. This is adding the second cabinet. And this is my barn cat. He helps me. This is a longhorn steer that's just a decorative thing. Picture of one of my horses. This is my cabinet again. This is what it used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. And there's my barn cat coming down his ladder. And this is him taking a siesta after a hard day's work. Looks like Romeo is asleep now. Thanks for watching Crazy Lady Barn Productions. The end.